I built the best rainbow road in all of Minecraft, and this is how I did it in hardcore. Since Rainbow Road is easily one of the most recognizable tracks in all of Mario Kart, a lot of people have created various versions of Rainbow Road in Minecraft. However, they all seem to lack one thing: flavor. People always seem to default to using one material for the Rainbow Road. And decoration-wise, they may have a fancy skybox, or air. Wait, it's just glass? Always has been. Ah! For our Rainbow Road texture, we're going to use a mixed texture of colored wool and concrete to give the texture some sheen. Kind of like light is hitting it differently in different spots. Kind of like how you can see in the screenshot of Rainbow Road Wii. Then we're also going to use some colored sea lanterns, and we're going to sprinkle it throughout the track to make it look like stars inside the track. Because of course we're going to add lore to the funny Mario Kart track. We're also going to throw gold blocks on the edge of the track to kind of act as like a nice trim, and then we'll add some gold bars and end rods as our rails. This should help give a nice grand feeling to it without ending abruptly while also not being too overbearing. With all that in mind, we need to create a whole bunch of different farms to gather all the materials we need for this project. Is what I would say if we hadn't done it in the previous episode. So let's take a second to pat ourselves in the back for thinking ahead. So I'm going to base our Rainbow Road off of a version of Rainbow Road that I built sometime last year with a bunch of Mario Kart toys. So we're going to copy its layout, we're going to bring it over to Minecraft and make a couple adjustments to help it work better with Minecraft's grid. And to do that, we're going to throw it all together in the creative world before we even touch the hardcore world. I'd explain why I chose this layout, but that would require a whole college class on Mario Kart track design. Also, we're building this on top of the mountain we built in episode 2, or as that was part 1 of this project. Now that the track layout is complete, we're going to use Lightmatica to project a hologram into the hardcore world. Unfortunately, there's no way to get Lightmatica to show up in replay mod, but with a hologram up in a place I start building the road. And turns out that building up a hologram is quite the experience. Gosh dang it. Yes. Oh gosh. I can't tell it's real. Ayo, is that bacon? Oh my gosh. I quickly realized I didn't have nearly enough materials to finish the rainbow. And I was particularly low on gold blocks, so I decided to AFK the gold farm. For a week. I think I underestimated how much gold I needed for this project, because replay mod literally broke. So that's why it looks like I just suddenly have a lot of progress. Now we're going to add some railings at certain points, and in typical Rainbow Road fashion, we're just going to place them everywhere but the places it's easy to fall off. Now you may have noticed, we made a tunnel through the mountain. And at the moment, it's just a bit dark. So let's fix it and make it a portal to another world. My initial idea was to make it very much like Green's Rift from Hermitcraft. So I made 2 layers of grass. Oh my gosh, grass? Really? Really, grass? I made 2 layers of glass surrounding the track and placed a whole bunch of end rods to act like streaks of light. Now to give it a bit more decoration, we're going to create this other world that we're going to be traveling through. The question is, what do we put in it? If you didn't say mushrooms, you're wrong. The OGs will understand, but to put it simply, I liked playing with Mario Kart toys when I was 10, and 11 years later, I still do. Life's just much busier than it used to be. So we built some of Mushroom Gore's mushrooms and then used some of our leftover concrete to make a cool looking sunset and night sky. Now right now, we have a pretty cool Rainbow Road, but we're still missing a lot of the magical flair you see in most Rainbow Roads. Except you. You're still cool, but get out. My first idea was to try and utilize the Create mod. Now, there's a sneaky gimmick people like to use to make things fly. Now the fun little trick is to use glass panes and connect them to a train track beneath. So we quickly just built ourselves the flying train from Mario 64's Rainbow Road, and the little track would follow. So I noticed I made the track a little bit above the ground, which means we're gonna have to do a bit of terraforming to fix that. But that's Feature Me's problem, because we have a flying train that is also very laggy. Now to help the track feel just a little bit more magical, we're also going to add a whole bunch of floating little stars all around the track to help give the track a more magical feel and ambient style, fill in the empty space. With this thing done, things are really starting to come together. I can feel the magic! At this point, it also felt appropriate to add various boost rings and decoration to the track, a little megaleg embedded into the mountain, you know, for the OGs, as well as a glass staircase to take our carts up to the peak of the mountain. At some point, I covered the top of the mountain in white carpet to be like snow. Okay, now I know snow exists in the game, but here are my top 5 reasons for not using snow layers. Snow is spawnable, stackable, melts near light sources, annoying to get because a snow biome was just kind of far away, and also melts near light sources. White carpet is not spawnable, less stackable, doesn't melt near light sources, and I already have a farm for it. The only problem with carpet is that it's flammable. Yeah, it'll be fine. Anyways, future me is now me, and I'm feeling a bit lazy, so instead of just moving the train track down, I'm just going to terraform over the track and proceed to transform all of Spawn into a dry mega taiga biome. Why am I like this? So naturally, the first solution is to commit vast amounts of arson. Gotta put out all the fire. 1 minute. 1 minute. The bit's over. I just needed bit. And then replanting a bunch of spruce saplings because we're kind souls. Now we'll just terraform over the track and make some small cliffs. Build a nice little farmhouse that just looks up towards the Rainbow Road. And then continue to expand our spruce empire. This is quite the script I put together today. Okay. We're super close to finishing our project. Rainbow Road is looking fantastic, but I think it needs one final touch before we can call it finished. A final touch of lore. Lore of Rainbow Road in the context of this world requires too many story beats that I haven't created here to properly tell the story. I'll show that off a bit later when I think you guys are ready. But that doesn't mean I won't hint at it. Just a little bit. Alright, but as a final detail, we are going to build a whole bunch of glass structures around the track as holograms and visual representation of the world's dreams. Planes, airships, planets, spaceships, and of course, oversized mushrooms. Using custom fireworks data pack, we were able to throw a huge fireworks show as we rode around our track on our little cart that I made with the Create mod. Now before everyone goes, I just want to make a quick announcement as I have decided to change my mind on how I am handling world downloads. I have decided that I want to have my world downloads be public and free. So my plan is to release a world download under one of two conditions. 1, I die. 2, when the world turns 1 year old, which is in the later part of August. As cool as Rainbow Road is, there's not really a whole lot to my world right now, other than a bunch of farms and a couple notable locations. So I think waiting to release the world download will be well worth the wait. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and until next time, shine on!